Do you guys want to know how to build this storm shield defense castle? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you. This is all the building materials you're going to need for base and fully upgraded, which is not too bad overall. It's pretty cheap on the end, I guess. It's not too crazy when it comes to the materials. This works pretty well as a defense as well. Y'all just go to the corners, edit them down, and you can go and start a storm shield defense. But overall, it's more cosmetically, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, let's go and get right into it. Alright, and once you've collected all the brick or material you plan on building it out of, I recommend bricks. I think it looks a lot better, especially when you fully upgrade it. We're going to go and start. You can build this around any storm shield. I'm just going to go ahead and do Plankerton. But we're going to go ahead and start by running a layer of cones around our whole storm shield. And this build is completely symmetrical, so if you want to skip through or watch the whole thing so you can build it as I go, you can work on one side, and then once you have that one side done, then you can go all the way around, or you can go all the way around as I do. I think it's easier if you just go all the way around so you can get layer by layer. But we're going to go ahead and edit all these middle sections up into ramps just like this. And for these side sections where they are going to be the diagonals, so you can open it up. And we're going to go ahead and do that around the whole thing. Then once you have that done, we then can start running walls around the whole thing. So you're going to go ahead and run a layer of walls around all the ramps. Skip your edges, because those are going to be your entrances to get in and out. You then can, whenever you start up a storm shield, if you plan on using this for an actual defense, you just edit your sides downwards, and it pretty much closes it off. You should be set. But this is more for cosmetics than anything. Once you have all the walls ran down the middle like this, you're then going to go for the middle platform like this. You're going to throw 2 more walls like this. You're going to do that all of them. Once you have that done, we now can start editing all our walls down. So both these side walls are going to be edited down to the bottom just like this, and the middle is going to be turned to an arch. So you should have something looking like this, and we're going to do that on all 3 sides. There we go. Once we have that done, this is your first layer pretty much completely done. Besides, if you wanted to say run like a layer of floors around the whole thing like this. I think it does look pretty good when you do have a layer of floors around it. It's completely opinion based. I won't be doing it. Maybe in the end I'll add it. But I do recommend throwing a layer like in here. We could run a layer around these side edges if you wanted. But it's whatever y'all want. But we're get to now move on to the next floor. So you're going to go ahead and run a layer of flooring over everything you just built. So this whole outside, you're just going to run flooring all over that. And then for these diagonal sections, you're then going to go out by another 3 just like this. So you should have pretty much squares in all your corners. So you'll have it look like this before we edit it. You'll just have big squares poking on each of your corners. So we get to do that on all of them. So let's run around and do that. Once you have your squares through in your corners, you now can edit it into a circle. So you're just going to grab it all the way to the end like this. Then for this connecting piece, you're going to turn it to the diagonal like that. And then from there, you're now going to edit this in half, leave your middle in a full section, and then that's how your corners are going to go just like this. So if we repeat that again, we have a half, your diagonal, so your corners will be diagonally, and then you're editing these 4 into a circle, and the piece next to it will be a half piece. So you'll look just like this. Then we get to repeat that at every corner. And now that we have that done, we need to do a couple finishing touches on this layer before we move up, which is mainly this open section right here. We need to throw our guard railing around that. So we're going to run some walls around that. You're going to edit these all the way down. But as you see, this is blocked off, so you're just going to edit those inwards. So it'll look like that. That'll finish the railing. You're just going to run around and do that on every side. Messed up my last piece there. And then that will be it for that whole bottom layer pretty much. That's completely done. You'll have something looking like this, which it ain't looking too bad, but we still have 2 more layers we're planning on going up by. So for the next layer, we're going to go ahead and now run another layer of cones around the whole middle again. So when you're 9, it'll be 8 cones. 9 will be at the middle. We don't have the middle. And then for your center sections, you're going to turn to ramps just like this. Didn't grab that piece. And then for these sections right here, you're going to turn into diagonals. So they should be facing outwards. Like so. And we can do that all the sides. Oh, messed up on that one. Come on. We're going to run flooring under all these beforehand to make it easier. Because sometimes I can be a little slow and I know other people can too. So you're just going to run a layer of flooring through the whole middle. Because it's also enable you to walk through the whole thing. And then you can go ahead and do your diagonals. Because I was going to tell you to add the layer of flooring after, so it doesn't really make a difference you add it now or later. Now that you have this done, forgot my one corner. Should have something like this. We're now going to run a layer of walls around this whole thing. So go and run walls around the whole thing, and then we'll get those edited right after. A couple of overhangs. And we're going to start with any of your corners since it's completely symmetrical, and you're basically just going to edit it open just like that. And then for your middle, you're going to go and arch off your middle. And now you can go and place walls on the inside of your middle like this whenever you arch it off. So open up these, arch the middles, and then run walls in the middle. Just like that, and we're going to do that for all your sides. And if you wanted to also make it where you could actually walk through here, you can then edit your arches. Well, those walls you get added in. Just open these up. And that'll open it up so you can come in and out of the top storm shield if you wanted to do that. Not everyone does, so you could also just leave those walled off. It's completely up to you how you think it looks from afar. Where did I leave off? I left off right here. It's completely opinion based when it comes to that, because sometimes I do think it does look a little better. Forgot to add these walls. A little better, say, from farther away. Like, see how that's blocked off? You could add some kind of trap or something to make it look like it pops a little more. Because we'll do a couple traps in there for, yes, technically for damaging the husk, but it's more for cosmetics. But it also doesn't look too bad for you to be able to see the storm shield from any distance. So it's opinion based there. Now we're done with this layer. This layer is completely done, so we can then now walk up your ramp to our next layer. We're going to run a layer of flooring over all of this. And then for your corners, you're not going to do those squares again, because we're going to run out another circle in all directions. Once you have that done, you probably could assume that these corners are going to be edited into the circles, as I was saying before. So go around and undo that. Once you have all your circles done, you should have some kind of square with the circles hanging off it. We're now going to run a layer of walls around the whole outside, and these are going to be turned into guardrails. And then we can edit all these down, messed up, like this for our rails. Middle, we'll just leave flat. You'll have it just like this. We're going to run that all the way around. And now that you have all your guardrails done, we're now going to run another layer of pyramids around the whole thing again. And these are going to be edited just like the ones under it. Before we do that, we're now going to run a box here in our middle. Just like that. And then we can edit the ones just like this. So you're basically just going to copy it up. So right here we have a ramp. We'll do a ramp again. These were open diagonals, and then ramp, then diagonals again. We're just going to do that all the way around. We now should have something looking just like this. Stay with me now. We are about done with the whole thing. We're going to go up again. We're going to run another layering of flooring around the whole thing. Close in your middle as well. You then are going to edit your flooring all the way around, so your corners turn to halves and your middles just get cut. And then we have one more little section in the middle, so you're just going to run a box, and you're going to open up your boxes into arches. And then you can go ahead and throw a roof on that, go up again, run one more layer, and you're going to turn this all into halves. And that is pretty much the complete structure done without upgrading it at all. I'll do an upgrading real fast, but before we do that, we can also throw in some flame traps or other kind of traps to make it pop a little more if y'all are wanting that. So with where I recommend putting them is in the center. So if we go and grab some flame grill, place them in the center like this, it makes the castle pop a lot more. Let's go all the way around and do that. You could also do freeze traps. Those will look pretty good too. Now that we have that done, your castle is fully complete if you wanted to end it here, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. So if y'all want to watch me upgrade it real fast, that is what I'm about to do. So let's go ahead and get it upgraded. And now that we are done, it is looking pretty good overall. The one thing I can suggest though is with right here with these arches, see if you can see through these. Some people prefer if you edit them like this. Overall, I'm not a big fan. It's what they're editing because it doesn't run flush anymore. I can see why some people do like it like that because it doesn't have that see-through anymore. It does look pretty good. From far away, it looks better. Once you close up on it, I just don't like how it doesn't line up. So in my opinion, I prefer to have it flush just like that. It still looks really good in my opinion. Forgot one wall right there. I thought we had them all. We did not. I believe I have... Oh, dang, I thought I had all the rest. Apparently, I did not. I think I'm good from there. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. And if you're wanting more Save the World building tutorials just like this one, comment down below, like, and subscribe. That lets me know you're wanting more of these, and I should try to get these out. I'm trying to come fully back to YouTube and post as often as I can between a bunch of different games. I'm doing just about whatever to see what y'all want. And I'm coming back to Save the World for the most part. So if you're wanting building tutorials or any kind of other tutorials, let me know down below. And I'll try to get those out. And hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.